The story of Oblivion opens in the year 2027 with a character named Jack Harper who narrates the tragic history of Earth. Before Jack's birth, humanity faced a devastating alien attack by beings known as scavengers. Initially, these scavengers destroyed the moon, causing catastrophic changes to Earth's climate and ecosystem, triggering earthquakes, tsunamis, and widespread destruction. Following this chaos, the scavengers directly invaded Earth, overpowering humanity significantly. Desperate to survive, humans resorted to using nuclear weapons. Although successful in defeating the alien forces, Earth was left barren and virtually inhabitable due to radiation and environmental ruin. Humanity's survivors established a new home on Titan, Saturn's moon. To support life on Titan, humans built massive fusion energy machines on Earth, designed to convert Earth's ocean water into energy, crucial for sustaining the Titan colony. Jack and his partner Victoria Olin are part of the final cleanup crew station on Earth, tasked with drone maintenance and protection of these fusion energy machines. Their elevated station protects them from direct scavenger attacks. Jack serves as the technician performing fieldwork, while Victoria provides guidance and operational support from their base. Both report to a mission control on a massive space station called TED. Through their contact, a woman named Sally who communicates remotely from orbit. However, Jack harbors personal mysteries and lingering dreams. He regularly dreams of a mysterious woman he feels deeply connected to and vivid memories of New York City, a past he shouldn't remember since their memories were wiped 5 years prior. While Victoria is strictly mission-focused, anticipating their imminent departure to Titan, Jack remains introspective and curious about his fragmented past. One day, Jack investigates a crashed drone at a devastated stadium site. Despite Victoria's warning about insufficient spare parts, Jack manages to repair the drone. During this mission, Jack recalls an old sports match he had once read about, reflecting his interest in human history. Unknown to Jack, a scavenger secretly observes him throughout his repair tasks. Shortly afterward, Jack tracks another drone signal to a ruined library, but quickly realizes it's a scavenger trap. Attempting to escape, he narrowly survives, aided by an unexpected drone intervention. Losing his motorbike in the process, Jack returns to base on foot, troubled by unanswered questions and increasing suspicions about their mission's true nature. Back in the station, Jack's curiosity leads him to secretly collect an old book on ancient Rome, planting seeds for future revelations. His attempt to connect emotionally with Victoria through a flower found outside the station is rejected. Victoria adheres strictly to mission protocols and discards the flower, emphasizing her detachment from earthly sentiments. That night, an unexpected explosion signals further trouble. A vital fusion energy generator has been destroyed, severely threatening humanity's survival on Titan. Jack urgently leaves to inspect the damage, unaware that his mission, life, and everything he believes is about to change. Profoundly following the devastating explosion at the ocean-based fusion energy generator, Jack rushes to investigate. Meanwhile, Victoria contacts Mission Control, TED, and learns the troubling news that 10 fuel cells have been stolen from previously sabotaged drones. They suspect the scavengers might be constructing a dangerous weapon. Sally instructs Victoria to prepare additional drones immediately to prevent further attacks, raising tensions. Simultaneously, a mysterious radio signal originating from Earth is detected. Jack tracks this unusual beacon to the buried remnants of the Empire State Building, a place now submerged beneath layers of dirt. There he discovers the beacon broadcasting strange coordinates. However, Victoria finds nothing significant at those coordinates, deepening their confusion about the scavengers' true motives. Jack's lingering questions become more pressing, but radiation zones around these areas restrict further exploration. Secretly disobeying mission boundaries, Jack frequently escapes to a tranquil lakeside cabin, a personal haven he's built. Unknown to Victoria, he yearns for something beyond his isolated duties. Suddenly, Jack witnesses a spacecraft crashing nearby. Ignoring Victoria's frantic warnings and despite mission protocol, Jack quickly reaches the crash site, discovering human survivors suspended in sleeping pods. Astonishingly, the mysterious woman from his dreams is among them. Before Jack can rescue everyone, drones arrive and ruthlessly destroy several pods, killing all but one survivor, the woman named Julia Rusakova. Jack risks everything to save Julia, bringing her back to the station. Victoria, initially shocked and uncomfortable, wants to inform Sally immediately. Jack convinces her otherwise, suggesting that Sally already knew about the crashed spacecraft and intentionally sent drones to eliminate the survivors. When Julia awakens, she instantly recognizes Jack, creating emotional turmoil for everyone. They reveal to Julia the heartbreaking truth. She's been in hypersleep for 60 years and her crewmates are dead. Julia struggles to accept this new reality as Jack explains Earth's bleak situation. Victoria, disturbed by Julia's presence, grows increasingly distant. Determined to uncover the truth, Julia insists on retrieving the flight recorder from her crash ship. Jack, secretly aiding her without Victoria's approval, ventures back to the crash site. Victoria discovers his betrayal and sorrowfully warns Jack she can no longer protect him. As Jack and Julia retrieve the recorder, they are suddenly ambushed by scavengers, captured and knocked unconscious, dragged deep into the mountains. Unbeknownst to them, their entire understanding of reality is about to be irreversibly shattered. Jack and Julia awaken, bound and imprisoned by the scavengers, deep within a mountain hideout. Here they finally come face to face with the enigmatic leader, Malcolm Beach, who calmly reveals a startling truth. The scavengers are not alien invaders, but human survivors resisting the TET, the massive space station believed to be humanity's command center. Malcolm explains that TET is actually a malevolent alien entity that destroyed Earth's moon and manipulated humanity into a catastrophic war. Jack, Victoria, and countless others are unknowingly clones, programmed and controlled by TET to eliminate Earth's remaining humans. Malcolm's words resonate deeply with Jack, who recalls the ancient Roman story from the book he'd secretly kept, a tale symbolizing sacrifice and heroism. Malcolm reveals his plan to send a nuclear weapon hidden inside a captured drone straight into the heart of TET, destroying it once and for all. However, only Jack can reprogram the drone, as he's the only one recognized as friendly by TET security systems. Initially hesitant and distrustful, Jack refuses Malcolm's request. Their conversation abruptly ends as drones dispatched by TET assault the scavenger hideout. Amid fierce combat, Malcolm frees Jack and Julia, urging Jack to uncover the truth for himself by crossing the forbidden radiation boundary. Escaping amidst chaos, Jack and Julia journey towards the restricted radiation zone, seeking answers. Upon entering this supposedly lethal territory, Jack is astonished to discover no radiation whatsoever, a deliberate lie fabricated by TET. Suddenly, another drone attacks, causing Jack and Julia's ship to crash land. Jack cautiously explores the wreckage site, only to discover an identical clone of himself repairing a drone. Both Jack and his clone confront each other in confusion and fear, resulting in a violent struggle. Julia intervenes but suffers a gunshot wound in the process, shocking both Jacks. The original Jack incapacitates his duplicate and rushes to a nearby technician station to retrieve medical supplies. Here Jack encounters yet another Victoria clone, identical and unaware of the original's demise. He attempts to persuade her to join him, but her programming prevents her from accepting reality, forcing Jack to leave alone with the medical kit. After treating Julia's injury, Jack brings her to his hidden lakeside sanctuary where Julia emotionally reveals her true identity. She is Jack's wife from before the war. Memories flood back to Jack. A heartfelt marriage proposal at the top of the Empire State Building. Their love and their shared mission aboard NASA's Odyssey spacecraft sent to investigate the TET and initially mistaken as an alien artifact. Victoria was Jack's co-pilot and Julia has been in hypersleep with other crew members. Jack had released their sleeping pods towards Earth when TET captured their spacecraft, sacrificing himself to save Julia and the others. Armed with clarity and newfound determination, Jack realizes that TET must be stopped at all costs, setting the stage for a decisive final confrontation. After uncovering the truth about his identity and TET's deception, Jack Harper brings Julia to Malcolm Beach and the surviving humans. With newfound clarity and resolve, Jack agrees to help Malcolm complete their desperate mission to destroy TET using a nuclear weapon. The plan involves Jack reprogramming and piloting a drone directly into TET's core, exploiting his unique clearance that prevents drone from attacking him. Malcolm further explains the grim reality. TET is a destructive alien artificial intelligence that captures planets, exploits their resources, and annihilates their inhabitants. 60 years earlier, Jack, Julia, and Victoria were aboard NASA's Odyssey spacecraft, originally sent to investigate TET, then mistaken for a benign extraterrestrial artifact. Instead, TET captured their ship, killing most of the crew and using Jack and Victoria's DNA to create thousands of obedient clones. These clones were deployed across Earth, unknowingly aiding TET and exterminating humanity by maintaining drones and fusion energy machines, siphoning Earth's oceans. As Jack and the Resistance finalize their plans, Tet retaliates violently. A fierce assault by Tet-controlled drones devastates Malcolm's base, killing many fighters and leaving Malcolm severely wounded. In the aftermath, their critical drone, essential for delivering the nuclear payload, is destroyed. Realizing their chances slipping away, Jack decides to personally deliver the nuclear device to Tet, knowing it might be a one-way journey. To deceive Tet, Jack places Julia into a sleep pod, seemingly honoring Tet's demand to surrender the last survivor. As Jack prepares for departure, emotional farewells reflect the gravity of his sacrifice. Julia is gently sealed within her pod, trusting Jack completely, unaware of the deeper strategy unfolding. Jack pilots his craft towards Tet, confidently approaching the massive triangular alien structure orbiting Earth. Inside Tet, Jack witnesses thousands of dormant clones, identical to himself and Victoria, confirming the horrifying scale of Tet's manipulation. Confronted by Tet's holographic representation of Sally, still portraying human familiarity, Jack reveals the truth about his intentions, reciting a symbolic ancient story of sacrifice and heroism, echoing his resolve. In a stunning twist, Jack opens the pod not containing Julia, but Malcolm, who insisted on witnessing humanity's liberation firsthand. With Tet momentarily confused by this deception, Jack and Malcolm activates the nuclear device together. In their final defiant moment, Jack utters the words, "Goodbye, Sally." Jack firmly declares as the massive explosion obliterates Tet, ending humanity's enslavement. Back on Earth, Tet's destruction immediately disables all remaining drones and alien technology, granting freedom to humanity after 6 decades. Julia, safely hidden in another pod previously sent away by Jack, survives and awakens at Jack's lakeside home. Years later, Julia still lives there, raising her daughter, the child conceived during her brief reunion with Jack, peacefully tending their lakeside garden. Julia is visited by a familiar figure, one of Jack's clones who has regained memories of his true self. Smiling warmly, he approaches, completing Julia's family and symbolizing humanity's enduring spirit, reborn from the ashes of deception. Thus, Oblivion concludes with humanity restored, love rekindled, and hope reclaimed in a beautifully bittersweet ending.